Oh, hi guys, welcome to the internet. It's me, Steve, the lazy Enviro man. I'm not lazy, I'm working really hard. But unfortunately, that's part of the problem, isn't it? Because I'm actually really busy. And it's very hard to do all the things properly when you're busy. So I've not had as much time to get around to this video this week. That's why this is happening on a Friday rather than at the beginning of the week, which is when it should have happened. But I had to keep pushing it back as a work. But I almost thought, I'm not going to do one this week because I haven't got time. But that's not the point, is it? So here I am. I have got updates for you, and I have done things because I am determined to make progress every week. Well, I'll share all of that with you now. So the first thing, carbon offsetting, which we talked about last week. There's a conversation about the value of it. There's a lot of things on the internet that seem very keen to point out why it's shit, because some people don't believe in the climate changey thing or want to poo and sneer at it. So it's very easy to find stuff that is negative about it. And there is definitely an underlying point that is important, that if you fly on a plane now, it's no good planting a tree that might do its job in 20 years' time, because the planet's going to be knackered by that plane you're on today now. So there is a validity to that argument. Of course, the counter to that is, well, I can either get on the plane and do fuck all, or I can get on the plane and plant a tree, and that might help a bit eventually. And I've swung more towards that school of thought. But what is important is to understand that doing the carbon offsetting thing, whilst it allows you to feel smug, isn't actually a solution. Really, it is going, well, I've done a massive shit everywhere, and so I'd best clean that up. And at this point, I guess I'm mopping at somebody's lovely beige carpet with some kitchen roll because I spilt red wine on it. There's going to be a stain there forever, but I can try to help. But what I should do in future is learn how to hold a fucking wine glass. That's a dreadful analogy, but I think you see my point. So I've made the decision that I am going to do the carbon offsetting thing, but in no way does that alleviate me from the responsibility of doing all the other things I should be doing. But in the meantime, at least I'm acknowledging the things I'm doing that are negatively impacting on the environment, and I'm trying to give something back whilst also, as well as that, actually making positive changes. So the website that I've done it through is one that Andy Eustace, who watches these, very kindly shared with me, and it is called, I've got the link so you can have a look at it, I'll put this in the description as well, offset.earth is the website that I went to. It's a really nice one. The reviews I can find of it from other people seem to say they're cool guys and they know what they're doing and it's a nice thing. And fundamentally, it's really, really easy to sign up for it. It does it. You can amend what you're doing, but if you just want to make it easy, you can literally go in there and go, how many grown-ups in your house, how many kids, and how many pets? And it takes a rough average of what that means in terms of the carbon you're outputting. Obviously, your mileage may vary, and it's worth looking at calculators like we did last week to see where it sits for you. But you can, by doing that, just say, here's who's in my house, what do I need? And it'll set up a monthly thing. So I did, me and my wife, I've got one kid and I've got 2 cats. And I think, I'm trying to remember now, I think it came up at something like £12.25 a month. So I'm in for about 150 quid a year. But in theory, accepting that the time imperfection of trees then versus planes now, I am now offsetting that. So that, I'm lucky that I can afford to just choose to spend 12 quid a month. I know that's a lot of money for some people, so I don't want to be glib about the ability for people to find that as a viable solution. But given I can do that, I feel uncomfortable with the idea that I would continue to not do it, given it is a thing that I can do as well as the other things I can do. The website's really nice. So it's very easy to sign up. There's no monthly commitment or anything. You just do it. What it does do, it gives you a little profile, which makes you feel all cuddly. And I'm just looking at it, and just to give you the sorts of things that it's giving me, because you can go and have a look at their website too. It gives me, for that 1 month that I've signed up for initially, and I'll keep doing it monthly, 3.18 tons of carbon offset, which is 35 trees in my forest. So it's got a lovely little picture of the things, and importantly, it's got a referral code thing where if you click on the referral link I put in below, so actually don't go to that was a bad idea. Click on the referral link underneath this video, and they will plant an additional 3 trees for me every time you use that link. So if you're going to sign up to it, let's multiply that and use the referral code as well. And what's beautiful is after it tells you that, the immediate thing underneath it on their website is your family's climate lifestyle choices. The biggest impact you can have is change your lifestyle. So it's not trying to pretend that isn't the case. And it's got a drop-down box where you can add a goal like buy local produce, cycle to work, only use reusable coffee cups, change your light bulbs to LEDs, etc., etc. So you're able to sort of set yourself additional things and focus on other things you can be doing rather than just buying your way out of guilt, which I liked because it is, even the site you're doing it on is acknowledging if you haven't solved it, stop throwing shit in the bin all the time. So I like that, and that made me like the website a lot too. Underneath it, it specifically tells me the actual projects that my money's gone to. So it's gone to a solar project in Rajasthan in India, which my contribution should clear 2.86 tons of CO2. And it's gone to cleaner and safer stoves in Malawi, which is worth 0.32 tons. So it's actually global projects where it's having a positive impact on people's lives. There, so you obviously got the solar panels in India, which is clean energy, but actually safer ovens, so people's ovens don't explode or burn them. I imagine I can click on it and find out more about it. But regardless, the point being, there's all sorts of different things they're throwing at, and it's nice to see. Oh, that's not. Even if you go, oh well, it's not helping at all. You go, well, someone in Malawi's got a safer oven. That's nice, isn't it? So if you are just one of those people who generally tries to do their bit and support things, it's nice to have that clarity on that. And then it tells me that the 3.18 tons of CO2 from this month is the equivalent of 7,775 miles driven in a car, or 201 days of home electricity usage, or 120 incandescent bulbs being switched to LED. Now, obviously, my house and my car will vary on that, but it's nice to see an illustration and get some context on, oh, shit, that is something. So I like that. So I've done it. If you are inclined to sign up for it, and you don't have to sign up at 12 quid a month. I've done that because I've done it across the board for me and my family. But you can commit at any level you want on there, so you don't have to go in that hard. You even if you just did 50p or a quid a month, if that's what you could afford, that's something. If you like the idea of it but can't necessarily commit fully, and it's always something you can review your payments month to month and do more or less. You can even month to month, if you go on a plane, there's a thing in your account where you can go, just be on the plane, so whack another 2 quid on it for the however much carbon is allocated to my flight. So you can, it becomes a little profile where you can track cumulatively the offsetting that you've done and the impact that has. And I like that. I won't go on about that anymore because I've talked about that, but that is a thing and I like it and I've done it. And if you do too, let me know in the comments. I'm not really interested for people telling me why it's the worst thing ever, but if that is your position and you've got a point, I'd love to learn. But I think through this video, I've probably explained my rationale through it, and I'm fairly comfortable with that from the things that I've seen and the conversations I've had with you guys. That's my position. So use the referral code if you're going to use it. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because that's all very, oh, I've spent some money, look at me. I'm going to be very honest now about my shortcomings in the last couple of weeks as well with the reusable stuff I got in week 1. So the water bottle, the metal water bottle thing, perfect. I haven't bought a plastic bottle of water since I put that in my bag. I'm staying hydrated. I've got fresh water. It's a win. The bag, the canvas bag, is good. I forgot it once in a shop and didn't realise until I was taking my things in a little plastic bag. Oh shit, I should have used my camera. And it really made me angry, so I failed. But what's nice is that already my brain is clocking it, even if it's too late, and I'm beginning to self-manage, and those things are becoming automatic, which is positive. The coffee cup, I was so stupid. I'm very tired and running around and I'm busy, but that's not an excuse. But I'd forgotten to wash my reusable coffee cup before I was going out the door. So I thought, oh, well, I can't do it. I'll just have to leave it on the side. You know, I'll have to put it in the dishwasher. And this is shameful. But what didn't occur to me was that I could have just washed that up in the sink. In my head, I'd got to put it through the dishwasher. So for some reason, my brain, because of convenience, because I'm busy, didn't make the leap of, what if it's dirty, Steve? Just wash the fucking cup and put it back in your bag. And I know that's stupid, and I'm not proud of that, but I think if I'm going to actually do this, and if we're all collectively going to do any better with it, it's worth acknowledging those stupid things that are just so ingrained because of convenience or habit that affect our ability to actually affect positive change. So it really annoyed me when it occurred to me, and I don't intend to do it again, but I'm saying that in the hopes that maybe that's of some value to you, either as a, yeah, none of us are perfect, or, oh yeah, I could have just, yeah. So that's that. The cutlery, I've got this little set of cutlery I carry around. I had a problem with it when I went to Alton Towers with my kids. See BB's World. It's not as good as you think it is. It isn't. But it comes in a little canvas bag, and the problem is once you've eaten with it, it's got dirty and germy. Putting that in a sort of not canvas, it's like, I don't know what it is, but whatever the thing is, it's the sort of fabric that you feel like over time that's going to absorb particles of food waste, and it's not a hygienic thing to put a dirty food thing in. So the thing that I recommended in week one, I'd encourage actually to get them if there are ones that come in a different sort of reusable case. That's probably a good idea. Or consider some way that you can. What I actually did was, because there was a napkin on the table, I wrapped the ends of the cutlery in that so it could go back in the bag without tainting the bag. But of course, napkins isn't a brilliant thing. Just throwing away paper because I've got some crap in my awful mustache. But so yeah, I'm slightly annoyed that cutlery thing that I got. And you only discover by doing. We'll only improve by moving forward. And I'm sure I've got a Tupperware tub in my cupboard. I can put that cutlery in instead. So that is the solution. Even as I'm saying it, I'm going, obviously there's something in the house I could throw it in rather than that horrible grubby bag. So I'll just go and do that now. But these sorts of things, even really simple stuff doesn't occur until you find yourself in that moment. The straw, I bought a drink the other day when I was on the go. I was at Subway and I got the fountain cup thing, which I shouldn't have done. And I did use one of their straws rather than just use mine, because it didn't even occur to me, oh, well, if I'm having a takeaway drink, I put their straw in it. So again, it's so ingrained that, yep, this is it. They give me the little cup, I fill it with soda, I put the little plastic top on, and then I put their little straw in it, which came in its own plastic thing that goes straight in the bin. What an awful, horrific waste. But again, in that moment, being mindful of it, went, oh shit, this is all ridiculous. There is so much mess here. What I need to do maybe is have a carryable thing that I can put fizzy pop in, so that I'm not reusing bottles all the time. But I don't know, fizzy pop, because it's plastic bottles, single use, it feels like I'm not really allowed to drink that anymore. But I don't know if I'm there yet, because I really rely on Diet Coke for caffeine. That's a bad one. Any thoughts on that in the comments would be helpful. How do I still get to drink Pepsi Max without making a mess everywhere? Don't know. But anyway, so those are the shortcomings of things I bought, but also the learnings too, and the sorts of things I find my way through. But what I'm trying to do is not beat myself up, although I am, but just clock those things and then try to work out, okay, well, it fell over there, but there must be a way of doing it, so what is the way around it? I'm trying to retrain myself to behave more responsibly and better. And so I am sharing that with you now. I'm going to shut up because I've been talking for ages. It's a long one, isn't it? One last thing. Hyman very kindly shared with me a video on YouTube of Matt Winning, brilliant stand-up comedian's show Climate Strange. So I'm going to post the links to both parts of that in it as well, because it's a very interesting show in terms of the background on climate change and the science behind it and so on, but also very funny. So if you want a really easy, if you just wanted to watch a fun thing for an hour, why not watch the thing I'm going to link to? Because actually it's on brand for what we're doing here as well, but it won't feel like work because it's just a man being very funny whilst also making us all a little bit cleverer. That is all the things. If you like this video, please do share it around. If I get 100 subscribers on the YouTube channel, then I can actually give it the proper URL name rather than the gibberish that it is at the moment. And share things on Twitter, etc., etc. You know how it all works. I was going to say something else, and I can't remember what it was. If you've got comments, if you're watching these, please post them on the YouTube video rather than in Discord or on Twitter, if possible. Because things are chaotic, trying to go through Twitter replies and the YouTube channel and Discord, especially Discord, because it just sort of goes blah, 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 if you've all got into a debate. YouTube comments feels like a controller of keeping it. So if you're able to, if it's on topic for feedback or thoughts on all of this, YouTube comments would be the best place to do it. And then it's all with the video. For anybody else who ever wants to see the debate, it's our conversation that we all had with the video underneath it, rather than it being off elsewhere and sort of being lost everywhere. That would be good. Oh, and the website, lazyenvironman.com or .co.uk. The domain is absolutely buggered. Somewhere between Squarespace and GoDaddy, it just doesn't fucking work. And I don't have time to work out why. So for now, just go to my website, stevemcneil.co.uk/lazyenvironman, I think is what it is. But if you go to my website, there's a link. I'm not going to get the domain sorted for ages because I just don't have time and it's not a priority. This stuff is here, and hopefully, you can find your way to it if you want it. Right, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to go and spin my laundry. Is what I'm going to do. Is that environmental? We'll have to deal with that another week. I haven't got time. I love you. Goodbye.